The new Beanstalk update has finally been announced, and low-key, this might be one of the biggest updates that this game is going to drop. We're going to be getting actual climbing mechanics, more hidden rewards, and brand new seeds and pets that could entirely break this game. But I feel like this isn't going to be like any event we've had before. You're literally going to be climbing a giant beanstalk to unlock new rewards. These new rewards could be new seeds, weather changes, and features that none of us have even seen. And on top of all that, they're adding the garden guide, which tracks everything you've ever done in Grow a Garden. Honestly, that might be exactly what this game needed. It's the first real taste of the method era Jandelle's been teasing us with.
Yo, what's up guys, it's me, Jandelle. Yo, another successful night of admin abuse. But yeah guys, I gotta be honest, I'm thinking of taking the game in a new direction. Just want to hear what the community thinks. I've been calling it the method era of Grow a Garden. So instead of like the focus being, mainly on the weekly events in the middle, I think it would be cool if maybe we started doing some cool stuff for the farm, like machines that can, mutate your pets, or like fertilizer that can turn your trees like rainbow for a couple of hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, kind of just more like complexity like that. I hope this all makes sense. I just think it'd be a cool thing for the game. I think people need a little bit more depth and kind of mechanics. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoys it. So put your suggestions down below for things I could do. And yeah, thanks for checking out the admin abuse. Me and Albert have been friends for years, and it kind of felt like a full circle moment for us, so it was awesome.
Also, quick shout out to whoever entered our giveaway from last video. A lot of y'all showed love in the comments and entered. I'm gonna keep doing these giveaways until I hit 100,000 subscribers, and this time, I'm gonna be giving away our Rainbow Dilophosaurus. All you have to do to enter is literally just like this video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and leave a comment with your Roblox username and your favorite pet in the game. Don't worry, I check if you do all three, because if you get picked and you didn't do it, I just move on to the next person that did. Here's the deal with the Beanstalk event dropping this weekend. No matter what's going on with all the method era changes, this Beanstalk event is happening this weekend, and you've got to be ready. From what they've shown so far, it's going to be just way more than planting seeds and waiting for rewards. The climbing mechanics that they're going to be adding means you're actually going to have to be decent at parkour if you want the best rewards. And if that portal on the Beanstalk is actually real, like in the pictures that we've seen, that could totally lead to brand new areas we've never seen before. Here's what I'm guessing though. I think that Beanstalk's going to go throughout the week as players contribute, and the higher it gets, the better rewards that we all get, which basically means you're going to want to jump in early so you do not miss the good stuff. And with the garden guide dropping at the same time, this event could set the baseline for how achievements and tracking work from now on. So whatever you do during this event might actually count toward your permanent record. We got a whole week for this event, so you'll have plenty of time to learn the best mechanics and figure out the best strategies. Just don't be that person who waits until the last day and misses half the rewards. But speaking of the garden guide, they finally added the one thing we've been begging for since day one, a way to actually track what we've done in this game. Jandelle's calling it the garden guide, and it's kind of like your achievement book and collection log all rolled into one. Like bro, if someone asked you what your biggest pumpkin was, or how many rare pets you've actually hatched, you'd just be guessing. But now, you can pull it up and see absolutely everything. Your heaviest fruits, your rarest pets, and all your total progress all in one spot. And it's not just for bragging rights. The garden guide has real achievements with rewards. Grow 100 plants, hatch 50 eggs, you actually get stuff. It finally gives people something to work towards instead of just planting random junk and praying for luck. And if I'm being honest, this is exactly what the method era was supposed to be. Not just another throwaway update, real features that make the whole entire game better. And as for Jandelle, he already teased what's next. Let me show you what he said. So a couple days ago, Jandelle dropped this huge message on Discord explaining why they're flipping the whole entire game. He straight up admitted that the weekly events have been feeling the same and kind of boring. So yeah, that system's entirely done. Instead of rushing out small Saturday updates, they're actually adding stuff that makes the game way more fun. I'm talking about incubators that hatch eggs faster, maybe even fertilizer that makes your plants rainbow for a few hours. And like I mentioned earlier, these challenge modes where you got 24 hours to grow the best fruit and try to beat everyone else. But the part that's actually fire, bro wants to add cooking permanently into this game. He basically mentioned that you make meals for NPCs, and the more they like you, the more exclusive items that they'll sell to you. So instead of just hoping something cool pops up, you actually gotta earn it by getting on their good side. In the message, he also mentioned this garden encyclopedia that tracks your records with every seed, and it sounds exactly like the garden guide that we're gonna be getting this Saturday. So I'm telling y'all, bro, it's all connected. They're clearly setting up for something bigger here, not just throwing random features at us. And here's the wild part. None of it is locked in. Jandelle said if we're not feeling something, they'll change it or just not add it at all. When was the last time you've actually heard a Roblox dev say that? So here's what all of this could mean for the game moving forward. Like I've said in the past, This game's been stuck in the same loop for months. A new event drops, everyone plays for a week, grabs the rewards and dips, waiting till the next one. It's been feeling repetitive and honestly kinda boring. But this Beanstalk event, bro, this one feels different. Instead of doing the same tasks over and over, we're getting actual platforming where you can climb and explore. And honestly, that's a W. Instead of grabbing rewards and never touching them again, we're getting a permanent system to track everything we've done. And instead of events that vanish forever, we're getting features that make this game entirely better. And I'm totally not mad at that. The timing makes a lot of sense too. Jandelle even admitted the weekly events were too hard to keep fresh. So now they're making more time between updates to make them worth playing. Hey, I'll take quality over quantity anytime. And this garden guide, it could completely change how people play this game. Instead of running around and doing random stuff, people will have goals to actually hit and achievements to unlock. That's the kind of thing that keeps people coming back for years instead of just burning out after a month. But guys, I'm not gonna lie, here's the thing. As much as I'm hyped for all this, there's a part of me that's nervous. Because big changes like this, they don't always go the way that we expect. There's one thing in particular that could either make this update legendary or completely ruin it. And if it all goes wrong, it's gonna hit every single person. Because while all of this sounds amazing on paper, we've been let down before. Remember when everyone was hyped for the cooking event and it turned into a complete mess? This method error that Jandelle's actually talking about sounds incredible, but they actually gotta make it work. These incubators, fertilizers, and challenge modes, none of that matters if it's buggy or impossible to use. This garden guide could be one of the best features ever, or it could be so trash that nobody even wants to open it. If I'm being real, I'm a little worried about them ditching weekly updates completely. Yeah, the recent ones have been repetitive, but at least we knew what we were getting every single week. Now we're just hoping they deliver these bigger updates, and that's always gonna be a gamble. While everyone's hyped at the official stuff, there's also leaks floating around that could fix some of the biggest problems in this entire game. The first one, they call it a pet pack, and bro, this might actually end the pet storage nightmare we've all dealt with since day one. In the game right now, you can only hold about 75 pets before you're completely maxed. And the only fix has been making alt accounts and trading pets back and forth. But this pet pack leak shows a storage system where you can drop your pets into like a backpack or bag so you can save inventory space. The leak says it costs about 89 Robux. Which honestly isn't half bad at all if I'm actually being honest with y'all. I'd pay that instantly if it meant no more juggling odds every time I want to hatch new pets. There's also been hints of fence customization coming. At the current moment, everyone's stuck with the same plain wooden fence. But if these rumors are real, you could swap it for different styles. Like imagine building a castle wall around your garden instead of the default fence. But I don't want to get too off topic. Here's where it ties right back into this Beanstalk event. The game code has mentions of fertilizer. The original plan for this event was that players would turn their fruits into fertilizer to help grow the Beanstalk together, which means this event could actually be a test run for the fertilizer system they're bringing in for the method era updates. Even if only half these leaks are true, it would still be one of the biggest changes Grow a Garden has ever seen. It's not just brand new content, it's stuff that fixes the old problems that we've had forever. And if these leaks are already in the game code, that means they're not just random ideas, bro. They're real things that the devs are working on right now. So the question is, if this stuff is coming, it's how soon are we actually going to see it? But before you get too hyped about these leaks, there's something coming right after this event that you probably aren't ready for. I feel like this event is basically a test run for everything the method era is supposed to be. If the climbing works, expect more events where you're actually playing instead of just standing there. If the garden guide is an actual hit, we'll probably get more achievements and tracking systems. And if people love the fertilizer idea, it could end up as a permanent feature. But on the other side, if this thing flops, if the parkour's busted, the garden guide is buggy and the rewards are trash, the whole method era plan could be in trouble. Like I said in my last video, this is make it or break it for the direction of this game. This is exactly why the community feedback is gonna be huge over the next few weeks. They're literally asking everyone on Discord what to add next. Which, let's be honest, almost never happens with devs. Even if some of this doesn't land, the core idea of adding depth instead of just pumping out events is a W. I feel like we need permanent features that make this game way better in the long run, instead of just 1 week updates that disappear. So this Beanstalk update is actually coming this Saturday, and here's what you should do about it. You guys should actually play this event and actually give it a shot. Don't just quit if the parkour's too tough. Try to figure out the jumps, learn the routes, and see what the rewards are like before you even judge it. And while you're at it, you might as well check out the garden guide. Just mess around with it a bit and see how the achievements work. You could start thinking about the way you want to play this game afterwards. If you guys have ideas for the method era, now is the time to speak. Jump in the Discord. I always tell this, my last 2 videos, bro. Jump in the Discord. Tell them what you like, what you hate about this game, and what you'd actually want to see next. Jandelle's actually listening to us here. I know it might be sounding repetitive, but devs don't usually do that, bro. And also, just manage your expectations with this. This is the start of a big change, not the final version. It's not going to be all perfect, but if the direction feels right, that's what matters, I feel like. The method era could be the thing that saves this game, or the thing that completely tanks it. And we're about to find out. We got 48 hours until we see. The only thing we can do now is wait. So my question is, what do you guys think? Are you actually hyped for this event? Or do you think it's just going to be another boring weekly update? I'm actually pretty hyped about the parkour I've been hearing about in this new garden guide. I actually can't wait to see how that's going to look like. Just drop your thoughts in the comments. I actually read all of them. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of these new updates, leaks, or big changes coming to this game. This could be the biggest week in Grow a Garden history. Now we gotta see if they can actually pull it off. As always, peace.